Should the voting age be lowered to 16? Introduction. Why is it that we can work, join the army, and get married by the age of 16, but we can't vote at 16? What is it about electing a political representative that's so much more important than choosing a husband or sending yourself off to potential death? Discussion. The voting age was lowered to 18 nearly 30 years ago, and many people now believe this out-of-date law is in desperate need of another revision. The most ancient of arguments, no taxation without representation, is still relevant today. If you work at 16, whether it's flipping burgers in McDonald's, a modern apprenticeship, or holding down a Saturday job, taxes are still being taken out of your hard-earned wages. If you're contributing money to society, shouldn't you have a say in where it goes and how it's used? In some parts of the world, youth of all ages can be sent to adult prisons by adult courts where they are put on trial for adult crimes. But who determines what these crimes are? Who sets the age at which you can be tried as an adult? The voters do. This may sound oversimplified, but the fact is, when voters elect a lawmaker, they are also choosing the laws. Candidates running for local councils, mayors, members of parliament, and, of course, prime ministers make public the laws they want to pass. Those against may use statistics to dispute this argument, citing poor voting turnout among 18 to 24-year-olds and little understanding by 16-year-olds of basic government functions. Others claim that those under 18 are immature, easily manipulated, uninterested, and uniform on political issues. But considering what goes on in government legislatures and city council meetings, those circus rings with predominantly older white men yelling and making accusations at each other, it's hard to take these arguments seriously. At 16, many students are learning about history, government, and economics. With new sophisticated school curricula as well as the internet, teens are growing in independence, aptitude, and intellect. There is also absolutely no evidence to prove that teens are less knowledgeable on political issues than adults. After all, how did Hitler get voted into power? It certainly wasn't by the country's immature 16-year-olds, but by the adult voters. If teens are learning about these issues in the classroom, why not give us the opportunity to apply what we are learning in the real world through the ballot box? It is true that some 16-year-olds don't know a great deal about politics, but this is not restricted to the youth alone. There are many adults who base their vote on whether Mr. X has a full head of hair, a comforting voice, or whether he'll give them the biggest tax cut regardless of how absurd his policies are. Conclusion. Our society has changed, and teens now have to deal with many adult responsibilities. Many teens read the paper and watch the news just like adults. We know what's going on politically and have opinions. Why must someone under 18 take on the responsibilities and their consequences as an adult without having the right to vote like one? The United Nations Convention for the Rights of the Child says that all young people have the right to express our opinions by whatever means available. Therefore, shouldn't we be allowed to express ourselves by voting for our choice of political party? 16-year-olds are affected by many of the laws made today, and we have definitely earned the right to have our say in enacting them.